Welcome everyone to the American Job Center Hawaii. My name is AZ Buck with Work Hawaii. The pandemic has changed the way we go about job searching today. The amount of people job searching alone and possibly pursuing the same position as you are is probably one of the front-running challenges. Today we're going to bring attention to some of the new interviewing trends you need to know about and offer some preparation suggestions so that you can be successful and secure employment. Let's get started. Number one, be adaptable and willing to evolve just as our employers have. A good portion of interviews today are conducted using video conferencing platforms like that of FaceTime and Zoom. You want to be proactive. Find out what platform your interviewer will be using. Make sure you have access to that platform and have a capable device that is fully charged at the time of your interview. Figure out what angle works best for you. Make sure you have good lighting and do a few trial runs with a friend or family member. Number two, being prepared for the interview calls for much more than knowing the first and last name of your interviewer and the office address. Spend some time and research the company. How long have they been in business? Are they active in the community? Find out what their mission or motto is. You want to make sure that the culture of this potential employer will be agreeable with you. The interviewer will likely have a dozen or more questions for you, and you'll want to do your best and be prepared because you don't get a second chance to make a favorable first impression. Let's talk about some of those questions and how to answer them. Number four, let's start with the infamous, tell me a little bit about yourself. What kind of information is the interviewer looking for? You want to also keep in mind that time is probably not a luxury for your interviewer, so your introduction needs to be a short story, but a powerful one. As you can see in this sample, you will want to mention your most recent position or industries you've worked in, specialized training, education, not every responsibility you've had, but maybe the most important ones. It would be beneficial to close with a small list of strengths and skills and maybe suggest how hiring you would be a good idea. For your added consideration, here's a second way that someone might answer, tell me about yourself. Number five, the interviewer will ask several questions pertaining to your skills and strengths. It would be beneficial for you to be able to decipher between them. A skill is something that you learn. Maybe you learned on the job, or maybe you learned while you worked on your degree. Are you able to provide excellent customer service or accurate cash handling? Those are learned on the job. Those are skills. Are you an effective communicator or able to lead and supervise a team? Those are skills as well. Take inventory of your skills and decide which ones make you a strong candidate. You'll want to share those. All right, let's talk about strengths. Strengths can be defined as character traits that you may have been working on or you might be naturally good at. Are you dependable, flexible, and honest? Those are strengths. How about hardworking, friendly, cheerful, or having a positive disposition? Those are all related to your personality, and those are strengths. Number six, a common interviewing question that most of us have difficulty with is tell me about a weakness that you have. A couple of suggestions. The first one being don't overthink this one. Share a trait that has little to do with the job, and it's good to mention that you've already been working on it. As an example, maybe you naturally have a soft tone of voice. And as an instructor, you have really been working on using appropriate tones or volumes while in the classroom. Something to think about. Number 7, interviewers sometimes want to know what you didn't like about your last or past jobs. The best way to answer this is by starting with a positive and make sure that whatever you might mention doesn't actually apply to the position you are pursuing. As an example, you could say something like, I really enjoyed the challenge of working in hospitality, but the rotating shifts were difficult at times. Today, I would probably prefer to work only day shifts. There wasn't any negativity, you didn't cast any shade, it just wasn't a good fit for you, and that's perfect. Number 8, your interview is also an opportunity for you to gather information about the employer to determine if the company and the position will be a good fit. Be enthusiastic. Find out what to expect during your probationary period. What kind of training will be provided? Have your list of questions ready. This is also your opportunity to compliment them when they ask you why you want to work for them. Number 9, my last suggestion is to steer away from sharing too much information or personal information that will allow the interviewer to discriminate against you. Don't make mention of your religion, political stand, age, ethnicity, or marital status. It's also a good idea not to identify with or align yourself with any issues related to conflict. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope tips shared in this interviewing segment have been helpful. Feel free to contact the American Job Center Hawaii at phone number 808-768-5701 and speak to any one of the job resource specialists if you require any further assistance with your job search. Please see the description section below for additional contact information.